There's a language women speak, but it's not made of words. It's made of glances, of energy, of the quiet things she does when she wants a man, but refuses to say it. And if you're a man who can read that silent language, you'll see everything she's trying to hide behind her calm smile. Welcome back to Stoic Golden Tribe, where we help men rise above confusion, emotion, and illusion, and understand the world, women, and themselves with power and clarity. If you're new here, like this video, share it with a brother, and subscribe for more timeless wisdom about love, masculinity, and emotional control. And if you want exclusive, deeper content, join our membership. The link is right below. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Her eyes betray her heart. A woman's eyes will always speak before her lips ever do. When she's craving you, she doesn't need to confess it, because her gaze already has. Her eyes tell the story her pride tries to silence. You'll notice it when she looks at you a second too long, when she pretends to look around, but her vision always seems to find its way back to you. And when your eyes finally meet, she'll break the moment with a soft smile, or quickly turn away, as if you weren't the very reason her pulse just changed. That's not coincidence, that's communication. Her body is speaking the words her mind won't let her say. It's a dance between desire and discipline, a silent pull between two energies. And if you're grounded enough to feel it, you'll recognize what's happening without her saying a word. Because when a woman truly desires a man, her energy gives her away. Her presence becomes softer when you're near. Her voice changes tone, lighter, warmer, almost playful. Her laughter stretches a little longer when you're around. It's her way of sending small invitations, hoping you'll catch the meaning behind the gestures. But here's what separates the average man from the stoic man. The average man gets excited and reacts too soon. He tries to decode every smile, every glance, searching for validation. But the stoic man, he simply observes. He knows that attention doesn't need to be chased. It needs to be earned through stillness, because a woman's attraction grows in mystery. When you don't rush to respond to her subtle signals, you deepen the tension. You give her mind something to wonder about. You become the puzzle she wants to solve, the calm she can't quite shake off. And that's what draws her closer. Not your words, but your presence. Not your pursuit, but your restraint. So the next time you catch that lingering stare, don't look away nervously, and don't chase it either. Hold her gaze for a heartbeat, then return to your calm. Because the man who can see desire and not be moved by it is the man who truly understands the power of silence. Drop a comment below. Have you ever noticed that silent stare from a woman? The kind that said everything without her speaking a word? Chapter 2. Her actions whisper what her lips can't say. A woman may not always say she wants you, but her actions, her patterns, her energy, they'll reveal it all, because when she's craving you, she doesn't move the same way. Something in her changes, her rhythm, her timing, her attention. She'll start to orbit around you. You'll notice she's suddenly in the same place as you are, at the same time. She finds excuses to talk, even if it's about something small, something meaningless. She laughs a little harder at your jokes, even when they're not that funny. And when you speak, she listens with a kind of focus that tells you her body might be still, but her heart is awake. That's the beauty of female energy. It doesn't always announce its desire. It expresses it subtly, gracefully, through actions. She'll fix her hair when you walk into the room. She'll adjust her clothes slightly, subconsciously wanting to look her best around you. She'll lean in when you talk, her body mirroring yours. And if you pay attention, you'll realize it's not about lust alone. It's about emotional connection, safety, and fascination. Because when a woman craves a man in silence, What she's really craving is his essence, his presence, his peace, his control. She's watching how you carry yourself, how you speak, how you treat others, how you respond under pressure. She's studying the calm in your chaos, the balance in your masculinity. And when she sees that your confidence doesn't depend on her reaction, something inside her begins to open. Her curiosity deepens, her attraction transforms into admiration. That's when her craving becomes something stronger, emotional. She'll start checking your social media, noticing your habits, remembering your words. She'll recall small details about your life that you barely mentioned, because when a woman desires you quietly, her mind begins to orbit you long before her voice does. But here's where a real man stands out. He doesn't let her silent desire control him. He doesn't rush to confirm it or feed his ego from it. He stays grounded, self-assured, aware, but unshaken. Because a man's power doesn't lie in being wanted, it lies in being worthy of being wanted. Understand this truth. A woman's craving isn't a command, it's a test. She's silently asking, can I trust my heart with a man who won't lose himself when I show interest? If you pass that test with composure, you separate yourself from every man who tried to impress her with words. You become the one she remembers, not because you chased her, but because you understood her silence. A Stoic man recognizes that feminine energy speaks in gestures, not declarations. And when you can read those gestures, I still move like a king, you command both respect and attraction. So next time you notice she's doing the small things, checking on you, remembering your schedule, standing a bit closer when you talk, don't react. Appreciate it, understand it, but remain calm within yourself, because she's craving your energy, but not your validation. And the man who understands that truth never loses his power. Drop a comment below. Have you ever noticed how her actions started revealing her feelings before she ever said a word? Chapter 3. The silent storm inside her heart. Every woman who craves a man in silence is fighting two battles, one inside her heart and one against her pride. She wants to reach out, but something inside whispers, don't let him know how much you care. It's not manipulation, it's fear. Fear of losing her power, fear of being too vulnerable, fear of giving herself to a man who might not value her emotions. You see, women crave differently than men. A man's desire is often direct, visual, physical, straightforward. But a woman's desire is emotional. It brews quietly. It grows from admiration, from respect, from curiosity. It's a slow burn, a deep longing that forms not from what you say, but from who you are when you say nothing at all. When she craves you but stays silent, it means your presence has reached her emotional core. You've touched something sacred inside her. Her need for safety, for connection, for masculine stillness. That's why she hides it, because true craving makes her feel exposed, and vulnerability is something she only shows when she trusts that her emotions won't be mishandled. So she stays quiet. She observes. She waits to see if your character matches your charm, if your calm is genuine or just a mask, if your leadership is real or just performance. And this is where many men fail. They sense her energy and rush to impress. They start talking too much, chasing validation, losing the quiet confidence that attracted her in the first place. And that's when her desire fades. Not because she stopped liking him, but because she saw him lose control of himself. A woman's silent craving is not an invitation to chase her. It's an opportunity to show strength. Not through dominance, but through emotional balance. When you remain calm, grounded, and respectful of her silence, you speak a language few men understand, emotional discipline. It tells her, you're safe here. You don't need to rush. I'm not desperate. I'm certain this is what separates men who attract women temporarily from those who captivate them deeply. Because when a man can sense her silent craving and respond not with words but with presence, she begins to trust him emotionally. Her guard softens, her pride lowers, and eventually she reveals what her silence has been trying to say all along. Let me tell you something powerful, brother. A woman's silence is not absence. It's tension. It's a test of your patience, a mirror of your emotional strength. And most importantly, it's proof that your energy speaks louder than your words. If you respond to her silence with peace, not pressure, you become the calm in her chaos. You become the man she can't forget. Not because you tried too hard, but because you understood her without her having to explain. And that's what every woman secretly craves. A man who feels her, not just hears her. A man who can read her emotions, yet never uses them against her. A man who doesn't expose her vulnerability, but protects it. So when she's quiet, don't assume she's uninterested. Sometimes her silence means she's thinking about you too much. Sometimes it means she's trying to calm feelings she can't control. Sometimes it means she's already emotionally attached, but waiting to see if you're the kind of man worth revealing it to. Your job as a Stoic man is not to chase her emotion, but to be anchored enough that her emotions find peace around you. Because women aren't drawn to the loudest man in the room. They're drawn to the calmest one. The man whose stillness carries confidence. The man whose silence makes her feel understood. And when you become that man, brother, you'll never need to question if she craves you. Her energy will tell you long before her words ever do. Drop a comment below. Do you believe a woman's silence can say more than her words? What's one moment you felt her emotion, even when she didn't speak? Chapter 4. The Power of Stillness. How a man should respond. When a woman craves you in silence, your reaction determines everything. Because in that moment, she's not just drawn to your looks, she's watching your energy. She's studying whether you're led by impulse or guided by composure. Most men fail here. They sense her desire and rush in. They become overly expressive, overly eager. They start talking more, texting more, doing more. But desire doesn't grow in noise. It grows in mystery. A Stoic man understands this truth. Attraction is a flame, but silence is the oxygen that keeps it alive. When you move too fast, you smother it. When you move with patience and awareness, it burns brighter. So when you feel her craving, when you sense her subtle pull, her energy leaning toward you, don't chase it. Don't break the tension with words. Don't rush to confirm it with questions like, "Do you like me?" or "Did you miss me?" Instead, stand in your frame. Let your silence do the speaking. Let your energy communicate what your words cannot. Show her through your composure that you are the man she's been hoping to find. A man who can sense emotion yet never be ruled by it. When you do speak, speak with purpose. Let your voice be calm, slow, certain. Your tone should carry the weight of a man who knows his value, not one seeking permission to prove it. Women crave that kind of masculine grounding, not arrogance, but assurance. Because here's the truth most men never understand. When she's craving you silently, she doesn't need you to do more. She needs you to be more, be present, be grounded, be confident enough to let her feel her desire without rushing to control it. Your stillness gives her space to open. Your calm energy tells her she can trust her feelings around you. And when a woman feels safe in her desire, she won't hide it anymore. She'll express it fully. She'll lean into the connection with both heart and body because she knows she's in the presence of a man who can handle her truth. Never forget, feminine energy flows, but it flows toward masculine stability. You don't need to pursue what's already drawn to you. You only need to remain steady enough for it to stay. The more you center yourself, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, the more power you have in any connection. Because women are not just attracted to your face or physique, they are drawn to your peace. They crave your energy when it feels calm, controlled, and sure of itself. So walk with quiet confidence, look her in the eyes without flinching, speak less, observe more, Let your presence say, I see you, I feel you, but I'm not lost in you. That's how a king moves. And brother, that's how you make her crave you deeper. Not through effort, but through essence. Through emotional stillness, through the unspoken language of masculine power. Because real men don't announce their value, they embody it. They don't beg for attention. They attract it effortlessly. And when you live like that, women feel your energy long before they ever hear your voice. So remember this truth as you walk your path. If she's craving you but saying nothing, she's already showing respect to your energy. Don't ruin it by chasing what's already coming your way. Just stand tall, stay grounded, and let her silence speak the truth that words never could. Drop a comment below. What does Stoic attraction mean to you, and how do you practice stillness in your connections with women? Brother, let's bring this home. When a woman craves you silently, it's not just about attraction, it's about energy recognition. She's drawn to something deeper than your appearance or your charm. She's responding to the peace within you, to the rare stillness that most men no longer carry. And this is where many men lose their power. They mistake craving for conquest. They believe that if a woman desires them, they must rush to win her, to take the moment before it fades. But real men know you don't chase what's already moving toward you. You attract it, you hold it, and you let it come to you naturally, because your presence is magnetic enough on its own. The kind of man a woman craves without words is not the loud one, not the desperate one, not the one who tries too hard to prove his worth. It's the one who already knows who he is. The man who can walk away and still carry his peace with him. The man who doesn't fear being alone because solitude has become his kingdom. That's what she feels when she looks at you. That calm certainty, that discipline, that quiet confidence that says, I want you, but I don't need you. And that is the most powerful position any man can stand in, because when you master your emotions, you master the game. When you learn to control your reactions, you gain control over outcomes. And when you stop begging for validation, the world, or when women, begin to offer it freely. Understand this truth, brother. Every man who becomes stoic, patient, and purpose-driven transforms the way women experience him. She'll crave you differently, not from curiosity, but from admiration. Not from impulse, but from respect. Not because of what you give her, but because of what you awaken within her. You become the reminder of what real masculinity feels like. Protective, grounded, wise. You become the man her spirit recognizes even when her mind tries to resist. And that's why she craves you silently. Because deep down, she knows she's in the presence of something rare. So never doubt your energy. Never shrink your power for approval. And never let temporary emotions make you forget who you are. Because a man who can hold himself together when everything around him tests his patience, that man cannot be replaced. If you take one thing from this message, let it be this. Women crave the man who has mastered himself. Not the man who controls her, but the man who controls his own spirit. Be that man, calm in chaos, kind yet firm, loving yet unshakable. And when you walk in that power, you'll notice something incredible. You won't have to chase connection anymore. You'll attract it naturally, effortlessly, powerfully. Because real attraction doesn't begin with the woman. It begins with the energy of the man, so keep walking with purpose. Keep refining your discipline, keep protecting your peace. Because the moment you truly become the man she craves in silence, you'll realize you were never chasing her. You were becoming the kind of man she could never forget. If this message spoke to your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with a brother who needs this truth, and subscribe to Stoic Golden Tribe for more wisdom that shapes kings, not boys. For exclusive content, private lessons, and deeper teachings, join our membership, where real men grow together and master the art of emotional strength, self-control, and spiritual leadership. And remember this before you go. Your peace is your power, your silence is your strength, and your discipline is what makes you unforgettable. Until next time, stay grounded, stay wise, and stay golden. This is Stoic Golden Tribe, golden.